1975, the big gamble. Imagine walking away from Harvard at 19 with nothing but a vision. Bill Gates and Paul Allen co-found Microsoft in a tiny office in New Mexico. The goal? A computer on every desk and in every home. 1980, the deal of the century. IBM needs an operating system, and Gates sees his opening. He buys QDOS for $50,000, renames it MS-DOS, and licenses it to IBM. The genius move? He keeps the ownership rights, changing tech history forever. 1986, taking the world public. Microsoft goes public, and the stock market explodes. In one day, Gates is worth $350 million, and 12,000 employees become millionaires. The nerd from Seattle was now the most powerful man in business. 1987, the Billionaire Club. At just 31 years old, Bill Gates becomes the world's youngest self-made billionaire. His net worth hits $1.25 billion as Windows starts taking over the world. He wasn't a rock star or an actor, but he was officially a global icon. 1990, Windows everywhere. Windows 3.0 launches and sells 2 million copies in the first year alone. Microsoft hits $1 billion in annual revenue for the first time. Net worth, $2.5 billion. The software revolution was officially unstoppable. 1993, number one on Earth. Forbes makes it official. Bill Gates is now the richest person on the planet. At 37, his net worth reaches $6.1 billion. He would hold this title for 18 of the next 24 years. 1995, the Windows 95 craze. Windows 95 launches with lines around the block like a modern iPhone. 1 million copies sold in 4 days, pushing his worth to $14.8 billion. Gates was now earning more per hour than most people make in a lifetime. 1997, the massive gap. By 1997, Gates is worth nearly $40 billion, a $19 billion lead over anyone else. He's earning roughly $3 million every single hour. The gap between him and the rest of the world was becoming a canyon. 1999, the $100 billion man. At the height of the dot-com boom, Gates does the impossible. He becomes the first centi-billionaire in history, hitting a $100 billion net worth. He was worth more than the entire GDP of dozens of countries combined. 2000, the double blow. The dot-com bubble bursts and the government sues Microsoft for being a monopoly. Gates' net worth plummets to $60 billion, a massive $40 billion loss. But in this chaos, he launches the Gates Foundation to change the world. 2008, stepping down. Gates walks away from daily operations at Microsoft to focus on giving. He's already donated $28 billion to fight disease and poverty. He leaves the CEO chair to spend his fortune on those who have nothing. 2010, the Giving Pledge. Gates and Warren Buffett launch the Giving Pledge. He commits to giving away 95% of his wealth before he dies. The man who spent decades getting rich was now focused on going broke. 2014, the Nadella era. Satya Nadella takes over as CEO and Microsoft stock begins a historic run. Despite giving away billions, Gates' remaining shares grow faster than ever. Net worth, $76 billion. The more he gives, the more he seems to have. 2019, the billionaire paradox. By 2019, Gates has donated over $35 billion to global health. Yet his net worth climbs back over $100 billion due to smart investments. The harder he tries to empty the bucket, the faster it fills back up again. 2021, the high-profile split. After 27 years of marriage, Bill and Melinda Gates announced their divorce. 2024, the final graph. Today, Bill Gates is worth $107 billion, but he's donated nearly $60 billion. His foundation has saved 50 million lives and nearly eradicated polio. From $0 in a dorm room to to the most impactful philanthropist in history. The final lesson. Bill Gates spent the first half of his life building a world-changing company. He spent the second half giving it all back to save the world itself. One life, one graph. Truly extraordinary.